Dating a low-value man, he just wants sex. High-value man, he wants a lot more than that. He wants actual companionship and he wants actual peace in his life. He wants to come home from a stressful life and have peace. If you're with a dude who thinks, yes, I fucked, yes, I'm the man now, then you shouldn't have been on a date with him anyway, because he's a fucking dork. You know what I truly think a high-value man is? The easiest way to be a high-value man is a man who's capable of violence. If we look at it from a biological trigger, it doesn't matter if he's got muscles or he's big or he's tall or whatever. Women understand from a biological perspective, they like a man who can fight. It doesn't matter if your man had money, a Ferrari, everything, but if you knew for a fact, if any dude stepped to him, he'd get sparked, you wouldn't want him, right? So that's the first thing. The true marker of a high-value man is a man who could say no to pussy. Here's the problem you girls don't understand. All the lower-level dudes, you say, I don't want a high-value man who cheats, da-da-da. If you got a lower-value guy,
he'll cheat up with anybody.
He'll fuck anything.
Period.
He has no choice. If you get a high-value guy, at least he has the option to say no to something.
I think a high-value man is a capable man. I think capability can be judged in many different ways, and capability is something which varies depending on the situation. You need a man who is capable of doing lots of different things that he doesn't do very often. You need a man who's capable of being violent when the time appears. Of course, you need a man who's capable of making money. You need a man who can somebody and hold a baby in the same day. You need a man with a very broad spectrum of qualities and assets and capabilities. And this is actually what the most difficult thing about being a man is. Most females don't respect how difficult it is to become a high-value man. Because to become a high-value man, you need to have so many different qualities. A very difficult thing to do. You need to be funny and smart and charismatic and interesting with stories and strong and rich.
High value isn't what many men believe it to be. High value is not some distant paradigm a la Christian Grey. A man who earns 6 figures or more, has bulging muscles, has been with more than 100 women, and has a supermodel physique. They are among the top 1% of men, and most people find them attractive. Now let's return to the actual world. When women search for highly valuable males, typically, they only ask for 4 essential things. They seek protection, provision, passion, and perseverance. Women desire a man who will at least attempt to protect them. Some men believe that this equates to being the biggest and strongest man ever. Women merely desire a man who will take all necessary precautions to protect them, their kids, and other vulnerable people. I recall a query posed to some women, would it shame you if your man was bruised by a stronger man? And a woman basically said, I know there are stronger, bigger men out there. There are undoubtedly other men out there who could mop the floor with my man. He isn't the strongest man in the universe. If the man won't defend you, that's low value and embarrassing. Even if he loses, a man who is between you and an attacker but knows he's going to lose is appealing and masculine. Being protective does not require you to be the strongest man alive. Even merely verbally defending a woman is appealing and is a high-value trait. Women desire a man who will at the very least provide for himself, and then her and any future family he creates. He is highly valued because of his desire to take care of his woman. That would be of low value if he was a basement dweller with no plans to provide for himself or anyone else, or if he expected to marry someone who would. Also, life happens. Getting laid off or looking for a job doesn't make you low value. Passion is the third trait. I can assure you that everyone is appealing and of high value when they are passionate. And when I say passion, I don't mean wild, consuming feelings at all. I refer to having a strong commitment to and interest in something outside of oneself, something that motivates you to get out of bed and start your day. It may be the love of your loved ones, your religion, or your profession. Passion for one's hobbies is also quite attractive. When someone talks about something they are passionate about, they appear attractive and high value. It demonstrates your genuine concern for the subject. Being a passionate lover is also part of having passion. It is quite alluring to see that you care about something. Even with less experience, being a passionate lover is a high-value trait. Trait 4. Perseverance. Persistence is a high-value trait. A high-value man sees things through, always keeps his word, constantly improves his body and mind, has goals, and achieves them. Sticking to something even when it's difficult is attractive. These traits elevate you as a man. Here are some tips for men on how to become high-value men. First, decide what your life aim is. Have some broad goals for where you are going, even if you are young and unsure of your true direction. If you ask a man what he wants to do with his life and he doesn't know, that speaks poorly of him, although it is somewhat acceptable or comprehensible if you were still in high school or college. Your aim might or might not be relevant to your career. Some folks enjoy visiting every location on the planet and taking in as much as they can. A lot of people desire to become instructors. Others aim to dominate the Northern Hemisphere's middle heavyweight jiu-jitsu division. The benefits of establishing your life purpose are numerous. Particularly if you're young and want to stand out from the crowd, it works fantastically for conversation. Creating your own prosperous firm can be your goal. Decide on your life's purpose and then passionately share it with others. Girls will swoon for a man who knows what he is doing with his life when the chance presents itself, especially if he is passionate about it. What do people want to do with their lives? If they don't know, try and help them figure it out if you can. This will show them how much you mean to them. If they are clear about their career goals, listen to them. Cut through the BS and get to the heart of the matter. Find out what they enjoy talking about most. Never changing your opinion to please a woman is the second step to becoming a high-value man. If a woman makes a suggestion that alters your viewpoint, you should reevaluate your choices in light of your revised viewpoint. However, you should never compromise your own innermost wisdom and judgment to please a woman or follow her lead. In the short run, the woman will be content that she has influence over you. But she doesn't really want this. She desires an alpha male who will not yield to her dominance. To fiercely refuse to admit you are mistaken even when you are, only to save face is a beta male trait if what she claims is accurate. This is also bad if you frequently make mistakes. Over time, people will begin to distrust everything you say and show less interest in your viewpoint. Thirdly, control your emotions. A spectrum exists. This spectrum has logic at the male end and emotion at the female end. Men think more logically than women do. Women think more emotionally. Women often say things like, "I hate you," but they don't really mean it. She has an emotional reaction to it. You would have reason to be concerned if a man said that. You should never ever let your feelings dictate how you behave as a man. Never act out of resentment or sadness. It belongs to the feminine. Maintain emotional control. Talking about your emotions might be healthy, but refrain from doing it all the time. Say how you are going to handle this problem if you are depressed because something isn't right. After all, you are a man in charge of his life. Wherever you go, a cloud of positive energy should follow. Wherever you go, be the most joyful and enjoyable person to maintain dominance. That's all for today's episode on Circle of Kings. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. It motivates me to drop more content for you. See you next time. Cheers.